Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again for our time together. I'd like us to go back to Acts chapter 19 today and talk about why is it that revival is the most society-confronting thing in the universe. Why does revival cause so much controversy? Why do riots and revival kind of go together throughout church history? We'll start in verse 23 of Acts 19. About that time, during the great revival in Ephesus, during the great revival, a disturbance arose about the way. That was the name they called Christians. A silversmith named Demetrius, who made silver shrines of Artemis, brought in no little business for the craftsmen. So this is the guy that kind of brokered all the business. He called together those craftsmen and together with the related workmen and said, "Men, you know we receive good income from this business, and you see and hear how this fellow Paul has convinced and led astray large numbers of people here in Ephesus and in practically the whole province of Asia. He says that man-made gods are no gods at all, and there is a danger that we will lose not only our trade, will lose its good name, but also the temple of the great god Artemis." Now notice, these guys are worried about money. Now this is the controversy of revival. Revival changes how people spend money. Let me say that again. Revival changes how people spend money. These people no longer use their money to buy these silver shrines. Now you have to remember, Artemis was one of the great wonders of the ancient world. People came through this city and bought their pasulubon to take back to their relatives, and they all bought these little shrines. Now, all of a sudden, instead of buying these little shrines, they're going to church with Paul. They're getting born again. They're getting saved. They're not going to the temple anymore. How they live their life, and more importantly, how they spend their money, is changing culture. Now, when true revival hits, let me tell you what it looks like. City of Dreams is empty. I call it City of Nightmares, is empty. Solaire is empty. The clubs in the fort are empty. When real revival hits, you go back through and study revival history under the Wesleys, Whitfield, Finney. The clubs, the bars were closed. Nobody was in the places of gambling and drinking. How people spend their money changes, and it always causes a riot. Now, brothers and sisters, when you pray for revival, understand what you're praying for. Padcor will be broke. If true revival hits Manila, Padcor will go broke. If true revival hits Manila, the clubs will be closed. The casinos will be closed. Not because anybody stands up and passes a law, but because the churches are full and nobody's going there anymore.